Welcome to another edition of Focus on Morris County. I'm Joe Garifo, Public Information Officer for the Morris County government. Focus on Morris County is a program that's designed to keep us up to date on the many facets of Morris County government, and we also like to let you know what the Morris County Freeholders are doing. Now, on this segment of the program, we are going to focus on the Workforce Investment Board. To be more specific, the Morris-Sussex-Warren Workforce Investment Board. With my guest, he is Jack Patten. Jack is the director of the Morris-Sussex-Warren Workforce Investment Board, otherwise known as the WIB, not to be confused with the web. Jack, thank you for being with us. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Joe. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
First things first, what is the Workforce Investment Board?
The Workforce Investment Board is a business-led, 50-member board charged with planning and overseeing the programs and activities offered by the One-Stop Career Center system.
Okay, and we'll get to the One-Stop Career Center system during the course of the program, but now you said 50 members on this board. I'm not going to ask you to name them, but generally, who makes up the board and how are these folks selected?
By law, the Workforce Investment Act, the majority of members on the WIB must represent business. So on our WIB, Novartis, Sodexo, Jersey Central Power and Light, Con Resnick, Shionogi are all represented. In addition, we have members from education, government, organized labor, and nonprofit organizations. All the members are appointed by the Morris County Board of Freeholders.
Now, with 3 counties involved, Morris, Sussex, and Warren, how do they cooperate to make the WIB work?
There's a 3-county consortium agreement designating Morris County as the administrative entity for all workforce investment programs and services.
Now, you mentioned the One-Stop Career Center system. Explain a little bit about what that system is all about.
Certainly. The One-Stop Career Center is a collaboration of partners who offer various employment and training services at one location for the convenience of customers. The principal partners are Morris-Sussex-Warren Employment and Training Services, the New Jersey Employment Service, the New Jersey Division of Unemployment, the New Jersey Division of Vocational Rehabilitation Services. And as I said, all their services are available at one location for the convenience of customers. Services such as? Well, for job seekers, there's job search assistance, career counseling, referral to employment, and occupational training, including on-the-job training. And our Workforce Investment Board enters the most on-the-job training contracts of any WIB in the state, and we're very proud of that because of the results that we reap through on-the-job training.
Yeah. Now, in the 3 counties, how many of these centers are there?
There are 5. 2 in Morris, Morristown and Dover, 2 in Sussex, Newton and Franklin, and 1 in Warren, Phillipsburg.
What's the difference between, or is there a difference among the 5?
Not really. Okay. No, all the services are available at all the centers.
Okay. Now, I understand for the 2 in Morristown, or for the 2 in Morris County, they're referred to as full service.
Yes.
One-stop career centers.
Yes.
There's one in Dover.
Yes.
Specifically, where in Dover is that?
It's at 107 Bassett Highway.
Okay, and if somebody wanted to reach out to them, they can do so by calling 973-361-9050. And what are the typical hours for the Dover location?
8:30 to 4:30.
Okay.
Yes.
And now there is another full-service one-stop career center in Morristown.
Right.
You mentioned.
Yes.
Where is that located?
That's on at 30 Schuyler Place on the 2nd and 3rd floors, and also the WIB administration, fiscal offices, and executive offices are also at that location.
Okay, and the One-Stop Career Center in Morristown is also open the same hours?
8:30 to 4:30.
8:30 to 4:30? Yes. Okay, now occupational training that's available at the One-Stop Career Centers. Give us an example of what that means.
Well, first, let's note that any training provided by the WIB has to be in a labor demand occupation. We're training people to get jobs. By restricting training to labor demand occupations, customers have the best chance of getting jobs. We train in a wide range of occupations and skills. The medical occupations, nursing, nurse's assistant, the medical technology. We do a lot of training in that, medical billing and coding, medical office administration, phlebotomy, radiology. Then, of course, there's accounting, both computerized and regular business accounting, and truck driving has been very popular. But we also, of course, Joe, offer a wide range of computer training, beginning with keyboarding, going all the way up to computer programming, network, and engineering.
There is also something I understand that is called soft training. I don't know if I have that correct.
Soft skills.
Soft skills training. What is that?
Well, soft skills are the skills that every worker needs now to get, keep, and progress on a job. They're non-occupational skills. The most basic one is punctuality and dependability. Another one would be clear communication in the workplace, working in teams, decision-making, taking initiative. Those kinds of personal attributes and skills that, as I mentioned, are non-occupational, but particularly in the current economy and in current labor market, contribute greatly to success on the job.
So while you may have the occupational skill to get the job, you need the soft skills to keep the job.
Right, to keep the job and to prosper on the job.
Yeah. How many people would you estimate come through the One Stop Career Center system in a given year?
About 20,000 in the 5 one-stops.
Wow. These numbers, have they remained steady? Have they increased over the years?
Well, since 2008, they've increased dramatically, as you might expect.
Yeah.
With the deterioration of the economy and the consequent deterioration of the labor market. They have increased, but I would say in the last year, they've leveled off.
Okay, okay. The Workforce Investment Board, or the WIB, has a number of different committees, a number of different areas that it looks into, that it works with. Give us a couple of examples of what those committees are and what those committees do.
Well, our Disability Committee ensures that the needs of persons with disabilities are met throughout the One Stop Career Center system. Our Youth Investment Council plans youth employment and training programs, also selects youth training providers. We also have a literacy committee, a one-stop career center committee, an executive committee, and an oversight committee.
You mentioned the various services and the job training programs that are available. How are these services evaluated? I mean, how is it determined that, yes, we'll offer training in this area, but maybe not area 2?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yes. All the programs, the program as a whole, and every training provider we use is evaluated based on employment. That is, do the trainees get jobs? How long do they keep the jobs? That's officially called retention. What are their earnings? And for youth, educational achievement is also one of the performance metrics. So beginning with the labor demand list, as I mentioned, will only sponsor training in labor demand occupations. Then we carefully track the performance of schools. And if they fall below a certain placement, retention, or earnings number, we suspend referrals to that school until their numbers come up to the appropriate levels.
Okay. How is the WIB funded?
The WIB is funded principally through the Workforce Investment Act.
Okay, so state funding?
No, it's a federal law.
Funding.
It's a federal
Okay.
law. Unfortunately, the law expired in 2005, and we've been waiting for reauthorization for 7 years.
So the funding level has remained at?
Well, the funding level has decreased about 15% in the last 5 years.
Wow.
But for the last 2 years, it's been level.
Okay. Now, the New Jersey Department of Labor and Workforce Development has a website, and that
Yes.
website is called Jobs for Jersey.
Right.
Jobs, and then the numeral 4, and then Jersey. What is available on this site?
Well, Jobs for Jersey is a very exciting undertaking by, as you mentioned, the New Jersey Department of Labor and Workforce Development. And it guides users to some of New Jersey's best tools for finding work, finding job seekers, and finding skilled labor, finding jobs, and also provides access to the many programs, services, and activities that the New Jersey Department of Labor provides for both employers and job seekers. So it's in effect one-stop shopping on a website for all things employment and training.
And that's jobs4jersey.com, jobs and the numeral 4 and then the word jersey.com. How can someone learn more about the Workforce Investment Board, Jack? Give us a phone number, maybe a website for the Workforce Investment Board.
Sure. The website, the best place to begin to learn about the website is, to learn about the WIB would be the website, mswwib.org. And our telephone number is 973-829-8400, extension 230.
Okay. And I'm going to give you the information for those full service one-stop career centers that are also in Morris County. The one that is in Dover is on Bassett Highway, 107 Bassett Highway to be specific. Open 8:30 in the morning until 4:30 in the afternoon, and they're at 973-361-9050. And there is also a full-service one-stop career center in Morristown, and that address is 30 Schuyler Place. It's up on the second floor, and again, the hours are 8:30 until 4:30, and that's 973-285-6880. Jack Patten, the director of the Morris-Sussex-Warren Workforce Investment Board, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you, Joe. It's a pleasure.
Now, if you have a question about Morris County government that you would like to have answered, you can call the Morris County Freeholders office, and that number is 973-285-6010. And why don't you visit the county's website, morriscountynj.gov, and once you're there, you can sign up for the county's electronic newsletter, Morris Connections, and you can also access all of the many social media that Morris County embraces, including Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Scribd, and Flickr. I'm Joe Garifo. Thank you for being with us. Don't go away, though. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm John Pecoraro, surrogate of Morris County. If a loved one passes away and you need to transfer property to their heirs, you must come to the surrogate's court. This is true even if the deceased did not have a will. This process is known as probate. Now, probate in New Jersey is not overly complicated, and my staff is available to assist you. If you have any questions, please call my office at 973-285-6500 or visit our website at morrissurrogate.com.
Welcome back to Focus on Morris County. I'm Joe Garifo, and on this segment of the program, we are going to focus on two of a number of organizations that partner with the Morris County government to address a number of issues. And in particular, on this segment of the program, we're going to speak about the issue of homelessness here in Morris County. With my guests, first to my immediate left is Lisa Falcone. Lisa is the Director of Homeless Outreach Services for the Mental Health Association of Morris County in Mountain Lakes. And seated next to Lisa is J. Michael Armstrong. Michael is the Chief Executive Officer of Community Hope in Parsippany. And we are going to learn about each one of those organizations and the homeless programs that they offer during this segment of the program. Folks, first of all, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for
inviting us.
Lisa, I want to start with you. Before we get to the specific programs that you offer for the homeless here in Morris County, can you just give us a brief overview of the Mental Health Association of Morris County and some of the areas that it deals with?
Okay. The Mental Health Association of Morris County was incorporated in 1953, and we're working with people that are in recovery from mental illness. We work within the Morris County area. We also provide various supports to people that have mental illness, because there's other, issues that come up because of it. We have an array of services, from outreach to supportive housing.
And Michael Armstrong, I want to ask you the same question about Community Hope for our viewers who may not be familiar with that organization. Give us a little thumbnail sketch of Community Hope.
Okay, thanks, Joe. We develop and operate housing for the mentally ill, homeless veterans, and aging out youth. We have a complete continuum of housing, everything from group homes and supervised apartments to a large transitional housing program to a number of beds of independent living. And we provide services in Morris, Warren, Sussex, Somerset, Passaic, Union, and Middlesex counties, with their biggest presences here in Morris County.
And those services mainly deal with the homeless?
Everybody that we have, the 335 people we serve, they all would be homeless if it weren't for our services.
Okay. Now, Lisa, I want to go back to you because I mentioned that you are the Director of Homeless Outreach Services for the Mental Health Association of Morris County. Exactly what does that involve?
Well, we outreach to the homeless throughout the county in various ways. I have 8 full-time case managers that are in their cars outreaching. I have 2 part-time outreach specialists that are located at the Morristown Soup Kitchen. We also have a drop-in center located in Dover at the Trinity Lutheran Church called Edna's Haven, and that's opened after Soup Kitchen hours, 12:30 to 4. We outreach during Soup Kitchen hours as well. We have an outreach van that goes out to Morristown on Tuesday evenings near the Green, and we have it go out also on Thursday evenings in Dover, near Bassett Highway, on Bassett Highway. And what we do is partner with the community, and the community consists of families, local hospitals, police departments, the community at large is the best way to say it, and we look to find who are the most vulnerable, what people need services and don't know how to access them, and we do that by finding them and making sure that we link them to those services and link them to our help.
Yeah, you mentioned this mobile van. What is in the mobile van that operates in Morristown and Dover?
We serve some of the best hot dogs in the county. And we do, and we offer food, we offer toiletries, and we offer warm clothing and socks. And our hope is that we are seen as a friend to the community, to the homeless community. People that are homeless are experiencing trauma. It's difficult for them to trust others, so it's a great way to get out there and fill a need, and at that time provide some information, and make our first contact. And if someone's interested, they usually follow up, and if they know someone, they're linking someone to us.
Yeah. Michael, back to Community Hope. Now, you mentioned all of these homes that the association has for the homeless. Are there other programs involved that your agency provides to the homeless besides shelter?
Yeah, we do a lot of case management. We do a lot of basic things like transportation. We help individuals really negotiate the system, whether it's medical services, getting the entitlements that they should have, whatever they need, legal services. Often our folks have a variety of legal problems that we need to have them address. So we do a whole lot of things. In addition to just providing a roof over someone's head, we provide a lot of, as I say, case management services to help them get their lives back in order.
Yeah. Now, veterans, I understand, present a serious homeless problem here in Morris County. Do you work with veterans a great deal?
Yeah, we do. We work. We have 4 programs for veterans. I mean, we have a transitional housing program for veterans down at Lyons, where they can stay for up to 2 years. We have a emergency housing program, Vets in Newark, where we take people right off the street and they can come there, get stabilized, and then go into our 2-year program. And we also have a supported services for veterans families program, and that program is designed to help veterans and their families avoid eviction or foreclosure. And then we're in the process, we just broke ground about a month ago, building 62 units of permanent housing for veterans down at Lyons. But these are all services that Morris County residents can access.
Yeah. Lisa, I don't know if you keep tabs on the number of homeless individuals and families that you come in contact with, but is there an estimate? How many people do you deal with in
We
the course of a
outreach.
year?
I've been working in this department for 6 years, and we outreach around 700 people a year. Out of those 700 people, we open about 160 for case management. That's what it was in 2011. We're already surpassing that this year. And again, our other programs offered at the Mental Health Association, again, they're also servicing people that are homeless coming out of hospitals, coming out of jails. So I don't have those numbers, but I can tell you that they'll be there on our website. We are really busy every day. The numbers are really kind of on the rise due to the economy. So.
Now, Michael mentioned that he deals an awful lot with homeless veterans. Who are the folks that you come in contact with? Are they individuals? Are they families? A combination?
We work with 18 and up, and we are working with veterans. We are working with aging out youth more than ever, actually. We are working with people with mental illness and their families. We help provide support to the families. We are working specifically with the individual with mental illness. We also are seeing different populations, different years, and you know, we're seeing women maybe not able to manage losing their jobs, not able to hold on to their apartments, people that are elderly, not able to now afford their apartments if rents are increasing. So it's a wide variety, and there's no one that's turned away, because there's multiple issues that come with homelessness. So.
Now, I want to ask each of you, Michael, I'll start with you, the relationship between Community Hope and the county government. What is that relationship like?
It's been a great relationship. One very just tremendous example is there's a cul-de-sac, Ruth Davis Drive, that is right off the grounds of Greystone, and over the years, the county has leased all 9 of those homes to us. We found the money from outside sources to do the rehabilitation. We found funding for services from the Division of Mental Health and Addiction Services, and we now have a complete cul-de-sac, 9 homes, 5 individuals in each home. And thanks to the counties being willing to work with us, lease us those facilities, and also provide paving and some landscaping, things like that, it's just been a tremendous partnership. We've housed 45 people. We've created about 100 jobs or so, and all at almost no money to the county, no expense to the county. So that's been a great partnership. And one other very smaller, it's a smaller project, but we used $250,000 of Morris County home funds to buy a home in Chester that was in foreclosure. Chester Township is giving us money, $150,000 or so, to rehabilitate it. We're working with Habitat for Humanity as well as the United Way here in Morris County. So that's been another collaboration, but it started with Morris County money. So.
Lisa, I want to ask you the same question, the relationship.
We have a wonderful relationship also. They financially support our programs. We sit on various committees looking to enhance services, identify gaps in services, problem solve, all in an effort to make the problem go away.
Yeah. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of the program that your organizations are 2 of a number of organizations that work with the county government to address various issues. Do you guys work with each other too, and do you work among the other organizations?
Absolutely.
Lisa?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's what makes Morris County's service providers the best in the state, in my opinion. We work together very collaboratively. We have 20 beds at Homeless Solutions that are designated for people with mental illness. We also assess people in their other programs because it's not always revealed. We have partnerships with just about every other service provider. We're working right now with Community Hope, sharing a couple of individuals that happen to be veterans and also need our services. We work with the local churches, the soup kitchens, the JBWS, endless, because we share different problems and people need a lot of different assistance. So.
Well, folks, I want to thank you very much for being with us today. And if you don't mind, I'm going to give some contact information for each one of your organizations. If someone is interested in learning more about the various programs offered, first of all, by the Mental Health Association of Morris County, and in particular the problems that deal with the homelessness here in the county. The Mental Health Association of Morris County may be found at 100 Route 46 East, and Lisa specifically is in Building C. There are several buildings on that at that address, but Lisa is in Building C in Mountain Lakes. The website is MHAMORRIS.org, and you can find out a lot more about the other programs offered by the Mental Health Association of Morris County there. And Community Hope, the website for that organization is Community Hope, one word, Community Hope, -nj.org. And Community Hope is at 199 Pomeroy Road in Parsippany, 973-463-9600. Again, Lisa Falcone and Michael Armstrong, thank you both very much for being with us today.
Thank you so
Joe.
much.
Thank you.
Now, if you have a question about Morris County government that you would like to have answered, you can call the Morris County Freeholders office at 973-285-6010. You may also visit the county government's website at morriscountynj.gov. And once you're there, sign up for the county's electronic newsletter, and also check out the various social media, the networking sites that county government embraces, including Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Scribd, and Flickr. I'm Joe Garifo. Thank you very much for being with us. Tune in again next week at this time, won't you, for another edition of Focus on Morris County.